Hello, hello, happy Thursday evening. Welcome to Divine Insights. My name is Dr. Debbie Roche. I am a chiropractor that loves metaphysical healing, natural healing, and divine connection. And so tonight we are going to talk a little bit about intuition. And so intuition is one of my very favorite topics. I've had the gift ever since I was a little girl, and it has greatly, greatly served me. And so I love to teach it and to just to connect and share divine insights that come through. For my life, they have been so life changing. And so I'm so grateful for my intuitive connection. And that's part of the reason why I serve with my heart in that way, because it has been such a gift and a blessing. And so one of the ways that I most love to connect is through the many different intuitive cards. And there are many different types of intuitive cards. I love them because each author has such a unique kind of capturing of the divine or universal energy or spiritual energy through the cards. And so there are many different ones. I have many decks. I have I think 75 decks or something like that. Way more than I could ever use, but each one has a different vibration, energetic feel. Hello, Ophelia. Nice to see you here. Welcome, welcome. I hope that you're having a lovely, lovely day. So thank you for being here tonight. This Facebook Live. Hi, Jenny. Nice to have you here. Yes, I will start pulling cards in just a minute. This event is put on by the Unity of Gulfport, and if you feel guided, donations are always appreciated. And so you can do that at Unity of Gulfport, PayPal, Unity, which is Unity of Gulfport at gmail.com, Venmo, which is at Unity of Gulfport, or the website is unityofgulfport.org, and then /give if you feel guided. So thank you so much for being here tonight. We have several different types of intuitive cards. I have a couple of new decks. This is my newest deck. It's called Divine Feminine. And so, Jenny, you're going to be my first card pull of the night. And so let me know what deck you would like. I have several. I have maybe about 8 here tonight. We have the Romance deck, and we have the Heart deck, Heart Oracle deck. We have the Crystal Angel deck. And or I can just pick you a deck and I can just pull from whatever deck I feel guided. We have the Rose Oracle deck. I always like the opening of these cards. Gateway of Light Activation Oracle by Kyle Gray. This is a unique deck. I don't use this deck often, but this is a new one to my collection. We have Moonology. We have the Lunar Oracle. And we have the Psychic Tarot Oracle. These are all pretty new decks to my collection. So the Heart deck. Okay. You're welcome to ask a question, or is there anything regarding the reading or the focus of the reading that you would like to address, Jenny? So we're going to pull from this deck. Hope everybody's been having a good week. It's been an interesting week on my end. A lot of just resting and clearing a lot of emotional energy. A lot of emotional energy has been coming up. And so I'm a big believer of sitting and feeling everything when it comes up and to be present for that emotional process. I'm a Pisces. Oh, if romance is coming your way. Okay. All right. I'll set that intention into the cards as I shuffle and as I pull for you. I love these cards because I like the imagery of the hearts on them. And that's cute. So 1, I see a 3, I see a 6. I have like a psychic movie screen kind of on the front part of my brain. 4, 5, 6. Two, 23, 24, 25, 26. All right, Ophelia, you got it. You're next, Ophelia. Welcome. Ophelia says she wants my new Divine Feminine Oracle deck. Okay, Jenny, you ready? All right. So the first card says rest and reconsider. When I first heard your question about romance, I audibly heard the words "not quite yet." So I sense that your reading is going to be supportive of that kind of idea. And so let's see what your cards say. Okay. All right. So the first card, Jenny, of your reading says, rest and reconsider. So whenever I'm in the kind of in that same type of phase myself. So when you're in a rest and reconsider stage, it really is all about heart alignment. It really is about really sitting still with ourselves and really learning and kind of settling into our own hearts. Most importantly, to understand what it is we most need and what it is that is most healing to us at this time period, but also what it is that is in our highest and best good in terms of our next steps. And so I'm kind of in the same phase. This one is share the love. So this is your heart with your universe. And this is with friends and people that care about you and family. It doesn't feel like romantic partner. So not quite yet. I feel it's for good reason though. I feel like there are some vibrations in your heart that that you need to clear. And there are all different types of energetic techniques and metaphysical techniques that can help that process. But I feel that the share the love card is really with your immediate, like the people that you interact with all the time. And that the more that you kind of get used to sharing your heart in that way and kind of having that energy move through your heart, the more that you'll be ready for someone else. Because I feel you've got a little bit hurt in the past in terms of romance and stuff. And so this next card says nurture, but this is about yourself. This is about nurturing the self and finding ways to do that, possibly some new ways. I know that when I get into a relationship, I tend to prioritize other people's needs over my own. And so I'm in that process of really learning how to nurture my own heart as well. And so, but I love this card, like the imagery on this card, because it shows like the woman embracing greater levels of the light, right? So spiritual energy, divine energy, experiencing more joy, that type of thing. So wanting you to find those unique ways to nurture your own heart at this time. This card is the heart chakra. So they're wanting you to nurture your heart chakra more. There's tons of stuff online. I have a great meditation on my I'm feeling heartbreak. Yes. So when we walk through heartbreak, it can be, it's a process. You know, I have a huge heart. I'm a water sign. I'm Pisces, and so love stuff and heartbreak stuff hits me very hard. And so yes, so feeling heartbreak is, I think there's something of great value to really going to the bottom of the heartbreak. And I'm 9 months out of a relationship that was my longest relationship, and so I really feel okay. So if you're a Pisces like me, it's really really important to honor what the heart is doing, and really without getting stuck in it. That's the key. That's what I'm finding now, is to really feel the feelings, feel them, release them, and then keep moving. And I can get stuck in the vibration of them. So, but that it's really important for us to really get acquainted with our own hearts. I think when we're water signs, I have a tendency to really absorb other people's energies and to be influenced by them. So I'm learning to really ground more. So that grounding process has been really helpful. But your heart chakra is needing some more attention. And so I have a playlist on my YouTube channel under Dr. Debbie Roche DC. They have chakra vibrational meditations, and one of them is the heart chakra. And so I think intuitively I'm getting the heart chakra and the solar plexus would be greatly helpful for you. So you might want to try them. I always use headphones that cover both ears, and also there are a couple of doTERRA products that I use that are very helpful. One is geranium, and the other one has been what's the other one? I use a lot of sandalwood. That's been really good. But what else for the heart specifically? Lavender. That's been a very good grounding for all the chakras. But usually lavender essential oil, geranium, and then I'll use some sandalwood or frankincense to ground lower chakras and stuff and me spiritually. So I'm trying to think of anything else. I also hold. I actually did a talk on this once, where I hold my own heart, and then so with one hand I cross the midline. It's a neurological trick, and I hold my solar plexus with one hand, and then the other one I'm actually putting Reiki into my own heart. And so I wish you a lot of luck. The last card, though, Jenny, for you is awesome. Awesome. For the heart, for me, I do a lot with clear quartz because I'm so sensitive. So I put, I'll do rose quartz over my heart. I'll put the white quartz with the rose quartz near the heart because it's often a magnifier. But I know for me, I put the rose quartz, or I'm sorry, the clear quartz on my body in different places because it absorbs energy off of me, and I tend to coagulate energy, especially right here. And so, this is the last power card, is that love abounds. So this message, the final message, is like, don't give up on this idea, but your heart needs a little work, because I know for me that if I don't do the heart work, whether that be journaling or writing letters or releasing the grief, or I don't know, working on myself so I don't let narcissists push me around or whatever it is, that I vibrationally then will attract somebody better. But most importantly, I'll be able to trust my own choices involving love, and I will also be able to attract what it is that is in my highest and best good. And so, but this final card, Jenny, for you is that love abounds. So don't give up on this idea of love, but they're just wanting you to take a little bit of time before you start searching again. Because I feel like if you don't, you won't pull in what you're really wanting next. And that's always, it always comes down to us, right? What is it that we are vibrationally attracting? And so work on your vibrational frequency. I actually wrote a book. Yeah, I know. I've given up for a little while too. I'm taking a little bit of time. But I wrote a book called The Joy Matrix. Usually I probably should go grab one on my shelf, but that's all about vibrational living, and really vibrationally, it's all tools to increase our vibrational frequency, both for emotional healing and also for law of attraction. So you might want to check that out if you feel guided. So welcome, Jenny. If you'd like to be on my mailing list or the mailing list for the Unity of Gulfport, or both, drop your email, or you're welcome to send it to me privately. So nice to have you here. I don't know who that is. Who put the smiley? I'm not sure. Is it yeah, I tend to I the person I like is emotionally unavailable. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? I tend to draw that in too. And so I'm making a commitment to make myself more emotionally available. And so oh yay. Okay, so Marcia, you will be third. Barb is here. Is it Barb Destiny? Barb. So who, let me put, I have to let me put down, let me look at where I can sometimes see the people underneath on Facebook if I look. Hold on, let me okay, so Barb McDonald. Okay, well, welcome. All right, so Ophelia's next. Ophelia, are you still here? But I tend to be attracted to unavailability, and so I am determined to reverse that personal tendency in terms of my vibration. And so I've been really working on analyzing my own life and looking at where I am unavailable. So we can only attract what we are. And so I've been really committing to those spiritual. No, Barb McDonald. Well, welcome, Barb. Thank you for being here. Hi, Ophelia. Great. Okay, Ophelia, you are next. So I'm glad that was helpful to you, Marcia. You are next after Ophelia. And then if you would like a reading, Barb, you are welcome. So, all right, Ophelia, this is my new deck. I'm still learning the cards and learning the feel of this deck. But the coolest thing about this deck that I have found, and because I tend to be a little bit more male inside, and so I'm learning to embrace my femininity a little bit more and that vibration. But one of the coolest things about this deck is that the cards have a spiritual vulva on them. I thought that was such a cool idea, like that divinity of how, the area of the body is such a sacred area for birth and sexual connection or intimate connection, that spiritual divine. But I love that, like the power of the spiritual vibration of the feminine. And so awesome. All right, Ophelia. All right. I'm chopping in. Is there an area that you would like the reading to be directed to, Ophelia? Great. I'm not sure who that is, but that just said I would love a reading. You're fourth down, I believe. Okay, so Barb, I see you on my phone, but not on the thing. So all right. Okay, so you can be Barb. I think you're third. I think it's Ophelia, and then Marcia, and then you. Hi, Robbie. How are you? Welcome. Good to see you. I hope your heart is doing okay. It's been a tough week of grieving for me, so I understand that process. So I hope you're doing okay. Great to see you the other week. Always. I'm glad you made it to church. Okay, so Ophelia, I see a 1. Is there a question? Manifestations. Okay, what you're working on, or what you're wanting to manifest? I see a 3. I see a 6. Hold on a second. So it's 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 15, 16, 18. All right, this is my new deck. I just got it yesterday in the mail. A friend of mine had this, and I really liked it. I like the feel of it, but I'm still, each deck has its own unique feel. So let's turn over the spiritual vulva cards. No, I'm kidding. I just like that idea, like that, really that divine, instead of I'm gay, that, that sacred, it's such a sacred thing for me, that idea, and that the femininity in general. I think it's such a divine, sacred thing, and also connection in that way. So working on my job regular. Okay, good deal. Sorry. Hi, Sorry. You are, I believe, fourth down. So yay, Sari. Nice to have you here, dear. Okay. First one, Ophelia, the goddess of abundance. I choose to feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job. So you spoke about manifestations. They're wanting you to be extra careful about the wording and your thoughts around prosperity. Because you have this beautiful heart that just shines. And I don't know what zodiac sign you are, but I just feel that you just have this huge heart. And people sometimes with huge hearts can be greatly influenced by the vibration of things, including words. So they're just wanting you to be extra careful about your wording around abundance, because I feel like you have abundance coming to you and prosperity in different ways, not just money, but also like great friendships and relationships and experiences and opportunities. You're a Scorpio. I don't know enough about Scorpio. Is that like an earth sign because it's crawling on the earth? I don't know. I'm just getting into astrology, and so yay! Thank you, Sorry, for being here. It's so wonderful to see you. So glad that you've been home. But you are, I believe, third or fourth. Okay, Ophelia. It says the Queen of Saintly Women. I am a service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. And this is it was a jumper card, so which is even more important. So they're just wanting to remind you of how powerful your heart is and to tap into it more. I feel like people with big hearts, and me included, if I'm really not listening to my heart and then taking action on what I hear, I'll be a mess at some point. Like, it's just very important that if I am not listening to my heart and then taking action on my heart or getting clear around that, I can sabotage anything in my life quick, or if I'm miserable. So it's super important that we both listen to our hearts and then take action on what we hear. It's like part of our spiritual walk here. But most importantly, I tend to be a little bit over busy sometimes, and to really take the time to sit with our hearts and ask, what is it that our hearts are most needing? And then whatever we hear, we take action. That's what the energy of that card was about. Next card says the High Priestess. I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. So this is all around how powerful your heart is. And they're just applauding like how much you love your family and your husband and the people around you. And they're just like applauding like you are a divine heart helper here. And so hold on, I got to kick somebody off. I'm sorry, whoever's here trying to solicit people for readings, you have to leave. You're not welcome here. So we're going to block the user and delete the comment. Okay. So sometimes people like to try to come in and solicit readings. That's not allowed. So this is to serve our community and So next card, it says, the goddess of all that flows. I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. And they're just affirming. I love the imagery of the light at the core of her, like the solar plexus area, almost. They're wanting to remind you that what a creative being you are, and that the more that you're able to connect to that creative energy, you're also connecting to the spiritual vibration of the universe. And so they're wanting to just remind you, Ophelia, to embrace spirit through creative acts. It will make you like feel more alive and more spiritually connected. Last two cards. The cosmic egg. This is the divine feminine. I hold the universe within me. I am a force of ever expanding love. That really is your power card. I mean, like you're such a powerhouse of love, Ophelia. Even when I first met you, I was always so impressed by the strength of the power of your heart. It shines out into the universe, and they're just like reminding you and honoring that within you. Like, wow, you are a powerhouse, and that's what you're here to do. Let's see. Queen of the wilderness. The language of natural world is a frequency of love, and this is my mother tongue. So they're applauding your maternal energy and how you love the universe again. So they're just like honoring this awesome force of love that you are in the universe. So thank you for being that awesome force. I know that I get blessed by your heart all the time when I see you and I get to hug you. And I'm sure you are doing awesome heart work out in the universe. And so I applaud your big heart, Ophelia. And I'm so glad, Ophelia. Welcome. I'm so glad you made it here. Let's see. Who is next? Let's see. Robbie, I will definitely address that comment in just a little bit. I'm a little bit scattered trying to sequence everything, but I will definitely reply back. Thank you so much for your comment. Let's see. I believe Barb is next. Is it Marcia? Marcia then? It was Marcia then Barb. Marcia, are you still here? Marcia, are you still here? If you're here, please say, okay, Marcia. All right. Okay. Also grieving. This, I understand. The grief is one of those things that it can be so vast and intricate and windy and multi-layered. And I'm so sorry to hear that. So sorry that your significant other passed. I know my father just passed, and it can be it has hit me harder than I expected. And so I just, for all of you that are walking through grief, I just honor that process. I hold sacred space for all of you. I'm calling in all of your highest vibration angels, and know that you are so divinely protected, but the presence of the divine and the spirit and your past loved one is near you, And so, oh, mother. Okay. I didn't see that the M, it said other on the comment. So your mother just passed. So I'm so sorry. That is another sacred connection. I know for me, it was my father, and I was closer to my father in a lot of ways than my mother. And I feel my father really close to me at all times. Actually, I can hear him at times. And so, so I'm so sorry about the loss of your mother. That is such a huge transition. It's a rite of passage, of course, into adulthood, and just our time here is the loss of our parents. But I don't think there are words for when we lose a parent. I think it's just one of those deep losses that, I'm so glad you had a very spiritual experience with her. That's wonderful. Somehow knowing that we go on after, and that there are divine helpers, and that they become our divine helpers in a lot of ways, is very helpful when we miss them so much in our human experience. And so, is there a deck you would like, Marcia, that you've seen? We have the Divine Feminine. We have the Tarot of the Heart. We have Romance. We have Moonology. You said something around creative pursuits. We have Gateway of Light Activation, and the Crystal deck, and we have a Psychic Oracle deck and a Rose Oracle deck too. Is there one that would you like me to pull one, or we also have the Lunar Oracle, which is a really good one. It's a I like the messages of these cards. They're a little bit big. Is there one that is there a deck that you are drawn to that you would like? Crystal deck. Okay, that's what I felt actually when I touched it for you. So, and you said that your intention was the. You said was it what creative pursuits? Correct. You wanted that as the focus, or is another focus you would like of the card pull? All right. Excuse me as I yawn. I've been so sleepy lately. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18. So the first card that I pulled is a spiritual or religious community. Okay. If you're called to do more creative stuff, then totally do it. I've been doing a little bit more lately too. Just do it for the experience, and then if money comes, then let it come. But yeah, I think that would be a really good idea. I feel vibration. That would be a vibrational match right now to your energy field. The first card says spiritual or religious community. They're wanting you to find a community. I don't know if you're local, Marcia, but I know Unity of Gulfport is a great community. It meets in Gulfport at the casino on Sunday mornings at 10:30. But they're wanting you to find a community based upon the divine universal energy, spiritual energy. They're also wanting you to tap into your intuition more and to know that the messages you're getting are real and to trust them more. I feel that you have the gift, but you're not trusting them. And so it's always about trust, right? Oh, awesome. That's wonderful. The Course in Miracles. Yeah, I know they have a lot of great groups that meet. I haven't really done a lot with that, but I just bought, or somebody sent me one of their books, an uncle of mine. So I know the philosophies are wonderful. So I'm glad to hear that. Your fourth card says unnecessary worries. I feel this is more around money than anything, but they're saying to not worry. They're saying that the vibration of worry is not helping you. They would rather have you meditate than actually worry, because worrying is just our brain on overactivity. I'm glad you're opening up your metaphysical mind. I don't know. Are you local, Marcia? I know they're telling me that you're interacting on Facebook or YouTube. So it's always interesting how people find us. So, excuse me. So metaphysics has greatly helped my healing path and my empowerment path in so many different ways. Palmetto, okay. So I think that's maybe 40 minutes from, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong area, but Gulfport's a good place, great people, a lot of activities that go on there. You might want to check it out sometime. And it's very metaphysical. So yes, metaphysics is wonderful. It has helped me in so many different ways, and I'm so grateful that I'm so connected to the metaphysical area. And so the last card is celebrations and ceremonies. This is like celebrating like how far you've come, your evolution, and they're like celebrating your heart here. So you've done a lot of good work. They're wanting to do a little bit more work, but in terms of your heart and sitting still with the grief and walking through that, but they're applauding you like, great job. You are doing a great job. And okay, so Gulfport, I'm sure it's grown a lot in the last few years. But Gulfport is a wonderful artistic community with a lot of beautiful artists. I know if you're interested in doing, they have a Tuesday morning market where maybe you could sell your art. I know that you were just talking about that, but it is a really nice community. So welcome to Divine Insights. It's nice to have you here. I hope that was helpful. Your mom. Okay, Barb, are you still here? Let's see. Barb. Jenny, we did. Barb, are you still here, Barb? Let's see. Hello. Yes. Okay, great. Is there a deck you would like, or would you like me to just pick you one? We have the Psychic Tarot deck. We have the Lunar Oracle. We have so you're on the phone. You're on the phone. I think you're interacting from on the phone. Um, would you like? We have Moonology. We have Psychic Tarot of the Heart, the Divine Feminine, Gateway of Light Activation, and the Crystal Oracle, the large deck. Okay. I like this deck, the Lunar Oracle deck. Um, it has a kind of just a real basic feel, but I love the messages because they're kind of to the point and kind of powerful in their nature. I really like their just how they're designed. They're just kind of plain on the outside. Bit of noise when you move stuff on the desk. Thank you for letting me know, Siri. I tend to move. Oh, maybe I can put some paper down. Sometimes that helps. But thank you for telling me that. Sorry. Oh, let me see if this works. Oh, you're welcome. All right. Let's see. Let me see if this works. Sorry. Thank you for telling me that. I always forget the little paper. Okay. Usually I have a different mic too. I couldn't find my extender last minute. I have two of them, and I somehow misplaced both of them within whatever the last couple of days. I have extender for my updated plug for my computer. All right, Barb. So this is the Lunar Oracle. It's a unique kind of deck, but I love the simplicity of it. It has a really good feel. It has a very good grounding feel to it, and I really like the messages that it has on the cards. I've been pulling personally from this deck. I usually pull at least 2 or 3 times throughout the day for myself, almost every day. So I don't know if that helps. Sorry, let me know if the noise is better. So 3, 6, 7, 18. All right, Barb. Every creative dream needs practical planning. So I know for right brain people like myself, I'm great at ideas and visions, but organizing the details but most importantly, the timing of the details is not a gift I naturally have. And I feel like the more that you're able to combine the more left brain stuff with the right brain stuff, meaning the organization and the timing, that you'll finish more projects and you'll be happier. That's the first card, what that card means for you. Second card. When you put yourself center stage, it's easier to take the next step. So they're wanting you to be seen more in whatever area that you feel resistant to being seen. Like, I did not want to do this Facebook Live for a long time. And I felt really spiritually guided to do this intuitive card pull. And so being seen, I really made a commitment this year to be seen. And this Facebook Live was part of it. But now that I do it, I've gotten used to it. So they're wanting you to, and I really enjoy it. And so they're wanting you to be seen. They're saying that when you get over that resistance to whatever area that you're resisting being seen in, that the next steps will become clear and your progress will be faster. And so, yeah, organization is something. I'm real creative, which means I have great ideas, and I like to combine knowledge. The organization of the details is not my talent. They're wanting you to seek more joy and to look for the joy. I have a big word, a big glittery joy word on a sign above my door. It says, seek joy in the pattern of everyday life. I think that's a powerful statement. So the pattern of everyday life. So if you think about all of our routines and our and the things that we do, our life rhythms, they're wanting you to look more for the joy, even the little moments of joy and how important they are to be embraced. And so, and they're wanting you to take more time to look for them and to be present for them. And so the next card, it says, give your creativity the space it needs to flourish. So I feel like they're pushing you more towards the creative area. And so whatever it is that you feel guided to create, do it. Like there's a reason, because I think I thought about my book for like 8 years, which of course, I felt like the final project was much better than what I would have created, a few years back, previous to that. But they're really wanting you to embrace more of your creative flow and your creativity and to create what it is that you're guided, because they're pushing it. The world needs it, whatever it is. And I feel that your heart would be much happier doing it. So your power card, which is the final card of the card pull. And the most important, it says problems provide opportunities to grow and learn. So they're wanting you to see that when you have a problem, they're wanting you just to take a minute and just to say, what am I learning? How could this problem be serving me in the future? Because it depends on how spiritually grounded I am for the day. But if I'm having a problem, sometimes I get stuck in that idea of, oh, this is a problem and it's not serving me. But when I look back, it really has been the mistakes that I've made and all that I learned in those lessons that really benefited me so much in the future. So if you're stuck in, that lower vibration thinking, they're just wanting you to see the bigger picture and how even certain problems are serving your highest and best good and our highest and best good. Yes, it's the growth, because the growth is always what serves us in the end and helps us in so many different ways. And so I hope that's helpful. Welcome. If you'd like to be on our mailing list, drop your email in the comments, or you're welcome to send it to me privately. So is Sari next? I believe it's, let me see. I think it is Sari. Sari, are you still here with us? And then Robbie. So it's Sari and then Robbie. Sari. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hope that is helpful. Sari, are you still here? Oh, thank you so much, Robbie. I will definitely read it and we will talk about it in just a little bit. I'm trying to sometimes I get a lot of people jump on and then I miss everything, but I will definitely go back and read it and comment on it. Thank you for sharing. Is Sari still here, or did she? Oh, yes. Okay. Sari, would you like to pick the deck that I pull from, or would you like me to pick it for you? So we have the Rose Oracle. We have Gateway of Light Activation. These are new decks to me. So I went deck shopping a little while ago. We have the Lunar Oracle, which is the one I just pulled from. We have Crystal Angels. We have the Divine Feminine. We have Moonology. We have the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. We have Crystal Angel deck. Oh, goodness. Hold on one second. Okay, I'll pick it. Clinton, there is an organization through the church that helps with food. And so the light deck activation, and I'll pick the other one. So Clinton, I don't know if you may want to, if you could text the Unity of Gulfport, Clinton, if you're seeking food for your kids, there's an organization through the church that helps that and actually can help deliver the food to you, Clinton. So if you can send a message to Unity of Gulfport, if you're looking for help with food, please do that. I don't really have a connection with that. But that's a way. It's an organization through the church that they actually go do and they deliver food. So if you send the message to Unity of Gulfport, which I'm not sure where you're on Facebook, but go to Unity of Gulfport and send it through the message. And then and someone from the Unity of Gulfport will then connect you with that organization. So I'm so sorry to hear that. I understand. There's a family that I help very strongly because they're in that same situation. So I understand. And so I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sending many blessings, but there's an organization through that. So send a message there. And anyway, and you're welcome to get a reading here if you would like. So light activation. Hi, sorry. All right. So I feel you also from the Rose deck I'm going to pull from you. But first, we're going to go to the light activation deck. Sari is a wonderful energetic healer in our community. She does awesome work with angels, and she also does readings. And so we have been at many of expos together, and so she travels a lot. So I'm super glad to see her home and enjoying St. Pete. The front of these cards have a very unique feel. They kind of combine the ethereal with the earth-based kind of water stuff. And so I'm still learning this deck. I'm new to this deck. I don't know if is Kyle Gray an artist. I know that who's the guy that does all of the art with the metaphysical human bodies. I don't know if that's Kyle Gray or another Gray, but anyway. All right. Okay, so Clinton, is that your phone number? I'm still concerned about Clinton. If you're Clinton, if you're still on here, that number seems to have too many numbers. If you can send me your number, I'll make sure that it gets to the right into the right hands. So that number looks like it has more numbers than 7, which is normal. The normal, or is it 7 that we have? No, it's probably 10. But that looks like more numbers. So if you send me your email or your number that we can call you or access you, I'll connect you with that organization to get food for your kids. But just give me a number I can work with. That's not a U.S. number. So okay. So sorry. First one is Sword of Light. So when I touch this card for you, I feel like you have very strong archangels that are cutting away your cords. I know you do a lot of cord work with people. Divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy. So I feel like they're liberating you from not just karmic ties of the past, but also any stuff around old relationships. Let's see. There's a lot of weird messages, or not weird messages tonight, but okay. So Sword of Light for you, sorry, is all about your ability to cut cords, but almost like your archangels are cutting the cords for you. So they're like clearing you. And so they're almost like they are creating high vibration space around you so that the universe can carry you to your next thing most effectively. And so if you're feeling a little lighter lately or clear and ready to take the next steps, partly is because I feel it's Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and Metatron. I always mess up the name. I'm not so good with all the names. But that is like, I'm hearing the of like the sword. So I feel if you feel any or energetically sticky, to visualize that, because it's almost active. It's like it's actively in your field at the moment. Next one, solar plexus, chakra, inner fire, and willpower. They're wanting you to feed that sense of self. I don't know if you're speaking, but they're wanting you to speak more. Do you do any speaking? I don't know, but they're wanting you to really like step up into your spiritual leadership role. I know you do a great job in many different ways, but they're wanting you to be even seen more in that way. Let's see. Stargate, heart chakra opening, unlocking generosity. I feel that they're wanting to even clear more energetic debris from your heart chakra. And part of that is the giving. And I know you naturally probably give a lot to the universe, but they're even wanting you to give a little bit more. Because I feel it really is in you're a spiritual being that when you give, the universe like recycles it around and gives you even like tenfold back. And so, and you know, you do this naturally, and I know that, and you do such a great job, but they're even wanting you to give just even a little bit more, specifically with your gifts. And so with your energetic spiritual gifts. And I know for me, I tend to give a lot, but they're even wanting you to, that is the guidance. And so, hi, Chris, welcome, Chris. And so, yes, cut and released. Yeah, I see the image psychically of you with a microphone, because I don't know. I feel like the universe wants more people to see you and to connect with you. And if you're up there with a microphone, people will be able to feel your heart. That's what they're wanting. That's what the emphasis was. But I saw you psychically with a microphone. It says Merkaba activation, transcendence, ascension, you are rising up. And so, Yes. Yes, I know you do. I know you naturally do that, but they're wanting you to even give more, but I feel it's with your modality specifically. I know you give in many ways. And I truly believe that too. I give a lot to the universe for that reason. It's how I'm made, but even more, but I feel it's specifically through the energetic spiritual work somehow. I'm not sure how, but transcendence, ascension, and you are rising up. And so the image that they're showing me when I touch this card is you. I feel you're at the beach or in a higher vibration place, and you're expanding your consciousness and your energetic field out and up. And in doing that, you are connecting to even more divine frequency. They're almost wanting to strengthen that spiritual skill of yours of the expansion of the consciousness outward, so you can connect more to the frequency of the divine to increase your vibrational frequency, if that makes sense. And so, and it's easiest to do, they're saying, for you out in nature, whether it be at the cabin or at the beach or something like that. But the more that you take time to do that, to expand, to connect, I think you do a great job of connecting, but there's something in that expansion of the consciousness outward and upward that will even help you more. And so, let's see. There's a couple I want to pull from the rose one. I feel guided to do that. So, hey, Chris, congratulations on your store. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to see it. I'm so proud of you. If I'm not with my nieces on Sunday, I will do my very best to be there. I know your opening is on Sunday. Energetic shift. So the last one for you in this deck, sorry, it says energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. I feel you're at the end of a karmic energetic cycle, a lower vibration one, and the next one is higher vibration, and that you can move more. Like you have more, almost like momentum and more spiritual movement, and more like you have a greater freedom in this next karmic cycle. And that and the energetic shift feels lighter, more empowered, more expansive with the heart. It feels more like stronger spiritually, but more importantly, like a freedom of the heart and the spirit for you. And yes, the beach too, absolutely. I loved the ocean yesterday. But I feel guided. I'm sorry that I'm supposed to pull a couple of the Rose Oracle cards for you. You are a rose. That's so true. I just heard them say that. She's a rose. Yes, she is. And I love how these cards open. They open like this. I thought that's such a neat way. They have a starseed oracle that opens like this. Same producers of the deck. But are you writing? Are you writing a book? Sorry, they're saying something about writing. Are you wanting to write? Are you guided to write? I feel you're meant to write something. Are you writing? I feel like, especially if you have like, I know you do a lot of awesome culinary stuff, but like on those jobs, I feel like you're supposed to be writing something of spiritual value. All right, dear. 1, 2, 3. Okay, sorry. The first one, Rose deck. It says a rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, and pleasure. They're wanting you to step more into your body in a sensual way. Yay! Okay. Welcome, Susan. Thank you for being here. If you'd like a card, there's a couple people in front of you, but feel free to request some. Oh, that's so awesome. I can't wait to hear about it. But they're wanting you to, I know for spiritual people, it's sometimes hard to get into the body because we're so expansive. And so I know you do some awesome workout stuff, but they're really wanting you to step more into the body in terms of sensuality and intimacy, physical intimacy. And so in touch and like whether it be the massage or intimate touch, but they're wanting you to step more into the physical body and to enjoy the physical experience in whatever way you feel guided to. That was the first thing. And to honor that part of your sacredness. It says the mystic rose, compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. And this is also compassion for the self. Like a grace whenever your mind wants to come out and mess with you, to just have great compassion. Woohoo! Yeah. Yes. Aren't we all, right? Aren't we all into that, right? Well, me not so much right now, but just, yeah, like, but they're just wanting you to really just to connect more, because our physicality is part of our divinity, right? And so they're just reminding you to not forget about that aspect of your sacred self. And so, but the Mystic Rose, it really is about your connection to the spiritual frequency, which I'm sure you do all the time. But as you know, as all of us helpers and service people, heart service people, sometimes get distracted helping and not doing for us. And so, they're wanting you to just have some extra grace for your own heart. And so, and just to make sure that you are just holding your own heart and listening to what it needs, and then also being gentle with any mistakes that you possibly perceive, because there are no mistakes, right? It's all just learning. This is the final card: reunion, soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, and friendship. I feel this is with the people at Unity of Gulfport, and just and I feel like your heart is so much happier when you have your people around you. And so make the effort. I know I do a lot of introvert stuff to recharge, but they're just wanting you to reach out when you can and connect with your people. And they're just saying it'll bring much joy and happiness to your heart. And so I hope that's helpful. Sorry, so nice to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Robbie, are you still on here? Robbie sent me let's see, a beautiful message. Let me see what it said. I couldn't read it at the moment, but now I'm going back. Let's see. Yes, it can be very lonely when you lose the love of your life. I'm so sorry you're walking through your loss of your partner. Yes, I know. I need people as well. I'm an introvert, but I need people. I'm so sorry. Robbie, I'm so sorry that hi Robbie, nice to have you here. I'm so sorry that you're walking through this great loss. And you know, I know you were with your partner for a very long time, and that it just takes time. I mean, I'm at 9 months, and I was only with my partner 6 years, and so, and so I'm walking through my own grieving stuff. But just be extra gentle with yourself in this process. Grief can be so heavy and so debilitating sometimes, and then sometimes it can shift, and you can feel okay for a little while, and then sometimes it loops back around. And so just be so extra gentle with your heart. I'm so glad you are feeling connected. It was great to see you. Sorry. And so Robbie, just call in your highest vibration angels to be with you as you walk through this huge feeling and loving experience. Grief is the last, phase of the great love. It's just, it's that last phase of love that stays with us, and we have to work through and sit with and honor. And I'm walking through different grieving experiences now, and it is not easy. So, just to make sure you're in gentle environments and with gentle people. And yes, and Natalie, my friend Natalie says, and just to be so kind to yourself, Robbie. That's the most important thing, is self-kindness. And I know that it can be a windy road. And so would you like me to pick your deck, or would you like to pick your deck? So let's see. I'm so glad that you made it to Unity of Gulfport this Sunday. I will not be there this Sunday. So if you come on Sunday, I won't be there, but I will be there soon. And so there's Psychic Tarot of the Heart. That might be a good deck for you, Robbie. I pick. Okay. Is it this deck? I feel it's this deck. And so John Holland is, he's a guy, but I like his decks. I have the Psychic Tarot is actually one of his decks too. But for the heart has its own timetable. So, and just be very careful with the people that you're around right now. You want to be around heart-based people and not people that don't have a lot of experience with grief, because there is nothing worse than feeling awful with grief and being next to somebody that is not sensitive to that. So I know I'm in 12-step recovery, and there's so many different meetings. And one of the most valuable aspects of 12-step recovery is that you can just share what's on your heart. And there's something magical in that sharing. I've been in 12-step recovery for like 19 years. I can't believe next year's my 20th. Makes me feel old. But yeah, it's it's of such value to be able to just talk out what's on your heart. So I don't know if you are ever guided to go to 12-step recovery. It's been such a gift in my life, and so I always recommend it to people because it's free or very low cost. People donate $1 or $2 most of the time, but you can find sponsors. But just being around people when you feel like a mess, I think that's the value of when you're really hurting and you're walking through a healing experience. There's something of great value of going to a place where all your emotion is accepted and welcomed. Because I really wasn't taught that growing up, and so being in those rooms and knowing that exactly how you are is perfect has been of great value to me. Essentially, actually, it's been an essential thing in my life. All right, Robbie. So I'm pulling you some cards. 3, 4. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, and we have a jumper card. Okay. All right, the first deck. I lost my piece of paper, so it's probably scratchy. So let me see if I can put my paper. Detached. First card is detachment. It's okay to detach from the world for a little while if you need to, but don't get lost in the aloneness. So I'm doing this a little bit this week myself. I've just been a little bit emotionally overwhelmed with feeling and grieving and working through some stuff. And so I've been in this detaching from the world because I'm so sensitive. And I feel like a little bit of that is good for you. But then if you take it too far, though, it cannot be good for you. So if you're detaching right now, just don't beat yourself up about it. Just follow what your heart is needing. I don't know if you have a pet, but I know for me, my little kitty cat has been a godsend during this time. But that you want to consider maybe a pet if you don't have one. Sacral chakra. This is showing up. Your sacral chakra might need some work. So I would. There's a sacral chakra meditation on my YouTube channel, at Dr. W. Roche DC on YouTube, under the playlist for chakra meditations, vibrational. But I would look up what supports the chakra, the sacral chakra, because there's all types of metaphysical tools that can be helpful. They're wanting you to not get stuck in the vibration. It's important to grieve. Don't get me wrong, because I'm in this phase too. But there's a line between feeling it and getting stuck in it, because I feel like once you get past this, that the next phase of your life is going to be filled with some really good things that you're meant to manifest. And so if our mind is stuck on the loss, we can't bring in vibrationally anything new into our life because we're stuck in that vibration, or what we pull in will be at the same vibration. Oh, you have a little doggy. Bella Rosa, when I see you next, I want to see a picture. So I'm glad that you have a little doggy. I love my kitty. I hug my kitty all day. Like when I'm like in that mode of just sad, I cuddling my kitty cuddles has been one of the greatest gifts. And so I'm so glad you have her during this time. And so but yeah, be very conscientious of what you're thinking and how your thoughts possibly could be perpetuating this ad. And so this is take the lead, but this is about your life. What for me, I can get so stuck in emotion because I'm such a water side and so fluid that I have to will my action sometimes when I'm in that type of sadness or healing. And so they're wanting you to really take ownership of yourself in these time periods of when, because there's always self-care to do, whether it be a walk or drinking enough water or making a smoothie or whatever it is, right? There's always healing work or self-care stuff to do. And they're wanting you to keep in front of that, and also to get out a little bit, whether that be to go to a movie with a friend or go to the Unity of Gulfport or go to a 12-step recovery meeting or get around people you like, go to lunch with somebody you care about that's gentle. But they're wanting you to keep in motion. And sometimes when you're in that type of sad, you have to addy up and pull everything together and thrust yourself out the door. That's what I have found during this time and moments. And so I know that can be difficult at times, but that it will help move you through the stages of grief faster in a healthy way rather than getting stuck in them. Because it can be, I know for me, I'm so sensitive, I can get stuck, and they're just wanting you to I'm hearing that your partner's coming through your partner that's passed, and it's like he's applauding your progress, even though you don't think you've made a lot of progress. He's saying you're doing it. I'm proud of you, but do not don't. What I'm hearing from him is saying like don't not love because of me. He's wanting to prepare you for the next person because this is your jumper card, which is the power card of the deck. If there's a jumper card, it says well-deserved reward. I feel that your partner is going to bring you somebody when it's time. From the other side, your partner is going to orchestrate that coming together with your next person, and he's wanting you to be ready. And so he's wanting you to your heart not to get stuck because of the loss of him. If that makes sense, he loves you so much that he wants you to be happy with someone, and I'm hearing audibly from him that it's so important that you're around people right now too. Of course, take the alone time when you need it, but try to get around people because I'm hearing like he says you have such a good heart, and that people will be benefited by you, but just don't like, just saying like don't like lose touch with the world because of me leaving. And he's saying he's always next to you, so talk to him. I feel he's near the bed somewhere. He's on the bed with you, so know that he's right there. Talk to him, derive energy from the love that's still coming from him, but then get out the door and keep living. And I know that can be so hard sometimes when we're in that vibration of the deep grief. And so he's just wanting to remind you that there is life and joy past this loss. And so and to continue to seek the connection with the divine. And so it's hard stuff. I get that. Oh, you're welcome, Bobby. Thank you so much for saying that. This seeking time. So when I know for me, if I can't get out of my mind, if my mind I can't get myself in a more higher vibration place with my thoughts, I will clear my mind and I will connect to divine energy through meditation or through the intuitive card. So getting an intuitive deck might be helpful for you, Robbie, or journal writing, like intuitive journal writing, or just breathing the energy. So they're wanting to continue to seek your connection to more fully embrace the connection to spirit and the divine, whether that be prayer or breath work or whatever way, however you connect to that energy, being out in nature, hugging your little baby, your little fur baby, whatever that brings you that connection, to seek that connection more and more, even through this time. Because when we walk through an experience like this, our heart breaks wide open, right? And that's how the light gets into our hearts even deeper. And so I hope that's helpful, Robbie. Much love your way. And I'm sending many, many prayers and blessings to you and your little fur baby. And know that you are supported at all times, even through this process. So thank you for being here. Natalie, are you still here, my dear? Thank you, dear. Thank you so much, Robbie. Blessings to you. Natalie, are you still here? Did I miss anybody for a reading? Natalie, are you here, my dear? Hello, hello. If I can always, yay. Okay, Natalie. All right. What deck would you like? Would you like me to pick one? We got the Rose Oracle. We have the Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. We have the Heart Oracle deck, the Psychic Heart deck. We have the Crystal deck. We have Moonology. We have the Feminine deck that I just bought. Where did it go? We have the Romance deck, Crystal deck, Moonology, the Lunar deck. We have my newest deck, which I got yesterday, the Divine Feminine. I think it's the Divine Feminine deck. Let me see. And they're saying the Crystal deck. I'm excited. I hope we get to hang out soon. I know we've both been busy. And it's always so fun to I don't know who that is, Deborah Bolas. I don't know who that is. There's somebody here. Did I miss anybody besides Natalie? Let's see. Okay, so I'm putting this away. And so I'm pulling from two decks. I know that you celebrate the divine feminine in you, and I think that's awesome, Natalie, because I know you really enjoy that vibration and you step into the empowerment of that. And I can learn a lot from that, and I think that's awesome. And so This is my new deck. Actually, a friend of mine had this deck, and I love the energy of it. And but look, it has a spiritual vulva on it. I thought that's such a beautiful symbol of the spiritual power of not just like the birthing process, but sacred sexuality and divine connection in that realm, but like that all like all in one, right? That spiritual vibration of the feminine. I think that was such a beautiful representation in an image, right? So, okay, so tapping into your field. Is there an area? Hi, Deborah. Would you? Okay, so Jody and so Natalie, Jody, and then Deborah. And then I think I'm done for the night. Is there an area that you would like to focus the reading for, Natalie? And Caroline. Okay, yes. But Caroline will probably be my last one. Okay, Natalie, is there an area that you would like to focus the reading on? Or do you want me to just go? Okay. I got 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. All right. First one, the mystic of divine love. Love is divine, and I am nothing except love. I think this is they're showing me the image of you walking into your work environment, and I know it can be a little you deal with some serious stuff in that arena, and they're wanting you to remember as you're walking into a very intense situation that I am divine love. Like you carrying that in your mind and your vibration as you're walking into this tense environment and chaotic energetic environment. Like literally you breathing that in. I am divine love. That's why I'm here to represent that. And so, okay, Caroline, thank you. I'll talk to you next time. Nice to have you here. If anybody would like to be on the mailing list, please drop your email or send it to me or Unity of Gulfport. It says, oh, I love this one for you, Natalie. It says the goddess, it says Akalanda, okay, but under it says the goddess of never not broken. The goddess of never not broken. Everything happens for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. Isn't that a powerful idea, Natalie? The goddess of never not broken. So whatever the situation is, of never not broken, being spiritually wise enough to know that everything is happening for our highest good, both what we perceive as good and as things that we see as negative. That's such a powerful thing, but especially for you, like you are such a powerhouse. Natalie is a powerhouse if I ever met one. You're a firecracker. All right. The queen. Okay. The next one is Inanna. And it says the queen of heaven and earth. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. Wow. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. I am is such a powerful 2 words, right? There's a lot of I am spiritual stuff, but I see and accept all that I am. And for me, I'm hearing the words for both of us, or for all of us, like both the light and the dark. I embrace all that I am. And so I have nothing to hide. I see. And the message around this for you is that all is divine, all of it, every cell, every thought, all of us. And that there's nothing about you or your life or your soul or your heart that is anything but divine. That's what I'm hearing about this card for you. And to remember that when you want to think anything else less than that. The Saint Perpetua, the saint of authenticity. I am authentic. I am my authentic self in all circumstances. So it's about, I think you're right around 40, or I shouldn't say your age, but you're coming into that decade where I feel like the decade that certainly I'm in is all about like claiming ourselves, like no matter what, like this is us. Bam. I think, and somebody told me that this decade that I'm in terms of age is all about that. Like you just don't care anymore what anybody thinks, even though like your body is, is different than when we're 20. But like all of a sudden you don't really care what people think. And I think I love the expression, like and I love that I am divinity. Like how awesome and powerful is that? And so, oh, I love this one too. This is the power card of this pull from this deck, and then we're going into the crystal one for you, Natalie. It says, this is Freya, the goddess of discernment. I love that word. That's my word for the year, is discernment. I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's a holy hell yes. I like that. Isn't that great? The goddess of discernment. I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it is a holy hell yes. That's right. Hell yes. That's what we're both gonna do in our lives, Natalie. Only hell yeses in every way. Screw that half-ass yes. Okay. So yes. Crystal cards and but yeah, that discernment, like really looking at our lives and saying, you know what is it that I really want to do here, both in my work and in my leisure time and in my relationships and in my health? What is my hell yes? What do I really want? And that's right. Only yes is no time for anything else. Absolutely. Heck yeah. So thank you so much. Oh, wait, we have a couple more from the crystal deck for you, Natalie. I saw it. So we got to do something fun. I don't know if you're craving the beach, or we got to do something fun when you come visit. Or nothing. We could just sit and be little worker bees too. That's fine too. I'm just happy to see you. Yeah, right. Thank you, Julie. All right, Natalie. I see there's 3 quick cards from here. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Natalie is a reader at the Mind Body Spirit Expo. It's in 2.5 months, and so she's a wonderful reader. The only reason I didn't get a reading from you, Natalie, is because I got filled up. I was a reader there, and so I got filled up too fast, and I ran out of slots. But I was thinking about it. You were the one I was going to go to. I usually go to one reader every expo, and you were going to be the one. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 19. I feel like we're supposed to do readings for each other by the water. I don't know if it's the beach, Natalie. All right. Oh, okay. Divine life purpose. Trust the signs, your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. I feel that you're being led. I know we've talked about this a little bit, but you're being led to the area of your work that will give you the most passion. And I feel that it's in the passion is where the greatest prosperity will ultimately come, and the greatest personal strength. You're emphasizing a spiritual, religious community. I feel it's the unity of Gulfport, where I am, wherever But I feel like, or metaphysical community. So I feel like you need people like you. I know that in your job you don't find a lot of people like you, but that you need people like us around you, because you're like one of us. You're like one of our sisters, sacred sisters, and that and we're powerful. We get kind of a little sad when we're by ourselves. Ooh, own your divine power, and you certainly have a lot of power, my dear. Just own it, and you do that naturally, I think, a lot, but even own it even more. I like the image of this angel. It's just like I like the energy of it. Like you are so divinely protected and guided. Tons of angels. I see there are 3 strong ones, and so I hope that's helpful, Natalie. So excited that you're here tonight, and I can't wait to see you. I miss you. I always miss you when I know we live far away from each other. Well, relatively a little far. But anyway, I can't wait to see you soon. Hopefully next week. Okay, I'm running out of steam. So who else? I know we're at I usually only go for an hour, but I'm already at an hour and 15 minutes. You're the best too, Natalie. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait. I can't wait to write with you. All right. Who's still here that would like a reading? Is it Jody? Are you here still? We're going to do some quick readings because I'm running out of steam and it's pretty late. I got to call my nieces because they're going to bed. For Deb. Okay, is Deb next? Where's Deb? Okay, you're right. Deb was here. Deborah, are you here? All right. Deborah, are you here? Yes. Okay. Would you like me to pick your deck, or would you like to pick your deck? We have Divine Feminine and we have Crystal deck. I think I'm going to start picking decks just because I'm running out of steam. It's like I'm past my usually 1 hour, and so I'm running out of I feel it's the Moonology deck, actually. Let's see, Jody. Okay. All right, Deborah. Okay. So, Deborah, this is the Moonology deck. If anybody's still on and feels guided, I do this for donations to the church at Unity of Gulfport at gmail.com on PayPal. And then they have a website that's unityofgulfport.org/give, or Venmo is at Unity of Gulfport. All right. So Moonology deck, Deborah. Is there an area that you would like me to focus the reading on? Any area of life or heart stuff or anything? It's Jody. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jody. Okay. Any area, Deborah? Okay, so work stuff. Is that an area? Okay. I'm a big believer that you don't make any changes until you feel like you need to do so, or the universe changes things. And so it says it's time to release negativity. So be extra careful with what your mind is saying about the situation. And try, if you're not ready to make a change, or there's not an area to change or to take action on yet, be really careful with what your mind is saying about it and try to keep it positive. Because I know for me, I can get real negative really fast. And so I have to be extra careful about what my brain is doing to me. And so they're just wanting you to be extra aware of that autopilot and to try to shift it to more gratitude while you're figuring things out. A time to give rather than take. So this is about service. So when I'm stuck, I try my best to focus on service. And that could simply be being there for a coworker or bringing people baked goods or whatever it might be, right? But service, making a difference, even a small difference in people's lives really add up. And I had a coworker a long time ago that was like that. And she's still one of my favorite humans. And so it reminds me, I need to check on her. Nothing will come of the situation. So if you're worried about something around work or around prosperity, like, don't worry. Nothing's going to come of it. It will work itself out on its own. So, this is a good card for me too. It says, don't let pride get in your way, right? So sometimes the universe knows what it's doing without me. And balancing personality is so hard. I am not good at that. So if you're able to do that, more power to you. But I don't have that gift. I'm not gifted in that area. And so I, just a reminder, just saying, like, to block your energy field, like learn how to navigate more to protect your energies, but also to not absorb their lower vibration frequencies. But not letting pride get in the way, that can be a hard one. But to shift to a more spiritual perspective and an ego-based perspective. And I know when we work hard and we've done a lot in our lives and we achieve a lot, it can be hard. It can be hard to do that, but they're wanting you to see things from kind of a bird's eye spiritual perspective. That was the image. It was you, like almost like a little bird looking out over the situation, and to not get stuck with the details. In that type of situation, and people, people with personalities that are not so spiritual, say it that way, it can be hard. And so taking more times out to spiritually connect to the divine, to yourself, to your heart, and blocking people's energies away. You might want to, there are some certain essential oils and heart chakra stuff that can be helpful. But that really being extra aware of your emotional response to the situation will be very helpful to you. And knowing where the emotional response comes from, because intuitively I'm getting that you're getting stuck in some of your old stuff is showing up in the situation. That if you're aware of that's going on, you'll be able to block away from it and ultimately be happier and more grounded in the situation. So your old stuff's being triggered, whatever that is. And that the more that you're aware of that, the less it's like, once you have the awareness, the less you'll get hooked by some stuff. And so the last card, your power card here, is surrender to the divine. And that's not easy when you're not happy, 100% happy. But the divine always knows what's best for us, no matter what, in the good, in the not so good, in the uncomfortable, and the refinement, and the healing, and the surrender. The divine always knows. The universe, God, our angel helpers is always taking care of us in our highest and best good. So know that, and know that you are divinely protected even through the situation. And so I'm sorry. So anyway, I hope that's helpful, Deborah. I'm sorry, Juan. I'm a little bit, I'm way over time tonight. So please come back next time and I'll be happy to give you a reading. Who else is here that Jody, are you still here? And is there anybody else that asked for a reading? No, she'd stepped down. I think that's it. Jody, I think is the last one. I'm starting to fade quick. So is Jody still here? Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much. And I know you're balancing. Yes, service is always the answer, even if it's small, even if it's just showing up and being a bright light to somebody who's struggling in a day. So, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. You're so welcome, Marcia. Thank you. Jody, are you still here, my dear? I'm way past my time. I got to call my little nieces and hear about their day. My youngest niece always likes to tell me about math. She loves to tell me about math. So I always pretend I'm extra interested in every aspect of math because she loves it so much, which is super cute because like she's her little mind like can see patterns and structure unlike anything I've ever seen. And so, all right, Jody, you're the last one. So I feel it's this deck. It's from the Psychic Tarot deck, unless there's a deck you are absolutely in love with. Yes, Jody has been patient. That's right, Natalie. Yes. All right, Jody, you're next. All right, so. All right, Jody, here you go. I'm a little tired tonight. My energy is feeling off today. So I got to see my intuitive brother today. We're talking about some good stuff going on. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Okay, the first card is, okay, let's hold on a second. The heart chakra keeps coming up, so you pay extra attention to your heart chakra. Heartache and loss. This card comes up when we're walking through a heartache and loss with a lot of the heart. And we'll see, what am I meant to tell her about this? They're saying honor the process of it. You know, when we walk through heartache and loss, it's never a clear cut, cookie cutter, A plus B equals C. Healing ebbs and flows. And they're wanting you to be extra gentle with your heart and to create space for it, because I feel like most of us, you have a lot to do and a lot of people you're taking care of or showing up for, and they're really wanting you to take the space, to make space for your own heart. And that usually whenever there's a heartache and loss, there's always memories of love, and to cherish those memories, but also do whatever it takes to take care of yourself during the loss. And they're not showing me what type of loss, but great love losses, it just takes some time to heal. And they're really wanting you to create some sacred space for the healing. And they're showing me like baths, hot baths, and walks in nature, and prayer, and opening the heart chakra up. There's a great meditation on my YouTube channel that's for free on there for the heart chakra. But really, I've been really focusing a lot on opening my heart chakra because I tend to close it down. But that just to really honor your heart right now, because it's in need of extra attention and support. And if you're able to do that, if you really create the time to heal, these are great cards. These next two cards came up for you. This is your power card, is transformation. You're in a period of transformation. And even though some awesome things can result at the end, especially specifically towards the end, the process of transformation is never, well, I shouldn't say never easy, but there can be some difficult periods. But they're saying that accelerated motion is possible once you get past the heart healing and the heart clearing period. And so I think that's part of the reason why they're wanting to focus on your heart, so that you can get to the accelerated motion, because you have an opportunity to transform areas of your life that were not possible before. And so to know that, so trust in that new phase coming, especially when it's hard to stand still for the heart. And so I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Added to the email list, please drop an email or send it to either me or Unity of Gulfport privately. And I'm going to pull a collective card for all of us. And then I am going to call my nieces and call it a night, because I am tired today. I feel it's from the romance deck. I normally don't pull from the romance deck for a collective, but I'm being told to pull from the romance deck. So we're going to do it. This deck always reminds me of many years ago. I was just, I went through a huge period of heartache with this one person, and this is what that always makes me think of when I touch this deck. Yay! Thank you, Jody. I'm so glad. Thank you for being here. I'm here every Thursday at 7:30. So also, if you're local, I don't know if you're local, but I'm at the Mind, Body, Spirit Expo. I always do readings there, and I have a natural healing table for all my other work I do. And then I also usually speak at the Mind, Body, Spirit Expo. And so this is our collective reading. So it'll be interesting. I've never pulled a collective reading from the romance deck, but we're going to do it. So this is kind of like an intention for the week for all of us. And then I am going to go cuddle an old kitty cat and call my nieces. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 17. Let's see. So the first one, it says romantic feelings, but the message at the bottom says your feelings are real and worth exploring. And so this is just a reminder to honor our feelings and to validate them when they show up, and to pick people that can truly be present for our emotions. Because I'm not, awesome, Jody. Come find me and say hello. I'd love to see you. And so your feelings are real and worth exploring. And so just honoring the emotional process within ourselves and also in our company. If our company can't honor our emotional process, then maybe it's not the best company to keep. That's what I'm always really a believer in that. And so the next one, it shows the wedding card, but this is really about our personal commitment to the things that really matter to ourselves and our own hearts and our lives. And to really, marriage doesn't always mean marriage to the other person. It can also mean marriage to something that matters to our heart and our progress forward. So our commitment to ourselves, and why, and usually those commitments are very much in alignment as to why we are here on this planet in this lifetime. So just ponder that. What are you most meant to do here, and to really stay committed to that idea. And then it says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. But when I touch this card for all of us, this is about really loving the self and making us the partners we seek, right? We can't draw in what is not at the same frequency, but really marrying ourselves in our own heart and really showing up for ourselves in this walk here, and not forgetting that, not making other things or other people more important than our own hearts and our own walk and our own divinity, right? So anyway, so I'm so glad everybody was here tonight. Many blessings for a wonderful week. And I'm here again, 7:30 p.m. If anybody would like to be on our mailing list, please drop your email. And also Unity of Gulfport meets at 10:30 a.m. at Gulfport Casino. It's always a great crowd it's always a great experience and a great community. What else? I also teach an exercise class at 7 a.m. on Tuesday mornings on Gulfport Beach. And that's really, it's gentle on the joints, but it's a good workout. And we connect to spirit through our bodies. And thank you, Deborah. I'm so glad that you thought so. And then the Mind, Body, Spirit Expo is at the Gulfport Casino again in about 2.5 months. I don't remember the date exactly. And there's also a Elvis showcase at the Gulfport Casino on September 24th. I'm gonna be playing and singing a song in that showcase. So I'm excited about that. And that's it. So I hope, thank you, Natalie. Thanks for being here, dear. And much love to everyone. Many blessings. And I will talk to you soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.